Sir, good afternoon, sir. Santosh, sir, good afternoon. Welcome, sir. Students, mute yourself while you are joining. Make it fast. Join soon to the session. Post the message in the group. Varsha is available.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you post the message, Varsha?
Yes, ma'am.
No, we're in your students group. You just post the message.
Yes, yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Right now I'm in a meeting, sir. Can you give me 5 minutes?
Prabha ma'am,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
can you ask this Jerome person to immediately change his DP or at least disable it?
Okay.
This is an official forum. He cannot use personal DPs.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry, ma'am. I'm on it, ma'am. 2 minutes. I'll change it. Sorry.
Yes, yes. You please change it immediately.
Yeah, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. I just saw it. Sorry.
It's okay.
Sir, good afternoon, sir. Santosh, sir, good afternoon. We welcome you, sir, for this session.
கொஞ்ச நேரம் சார்ஜ்ல இருக்கட்டும்.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Well, we welcome you, sir, for this session.
Thank you.
This is our pleasure and honor for us to invite you. Already, last 2 years back, we were trying to reach you for inviting you for a guest lecture, but we were not able to reach you that time. You were so busy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 2 years back. 2 years back.
I think Santosh sir is on mute.
Sir, can you please
It's
unmute?
easy to reach out to me, ma'am.
2 years back.
Okay, Gada?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Can
Start.
you guys hear me right now? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you for accepting our invite, sir. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Our HOD ma'am is available. Professor Prasida, madam. Ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. A very warm welcome to this bridge course, Udbhavah Setuh. And as ma'am was saying, it's been a long-awaited, address by yourself to the student community of SRM, especially the MBA department. So a very hearty welcome to you, sir.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Actually, this is the fresh batch of students who have joined the Department of Management Studies in Vadapalni
Okay.
campus. And
Okay.
the course that we are holding is a 1-week-long course. We call it Udbhavah Setuh. So it's like a bridge of emergence, a bridge for the emerging students. So from a different backgrounds of undergraduate studies, these people will be now joining. They have now joined MBA and would be undergoing the course. So in a very innovative way, Prabha ma'am has planned it in such a way that they will have access and they will be exposed to different people from different backgrounds. And we have one specific session only for entrepreneurs. So you are the first person to be addressing them, and
Thank
I'm
you,
sure
thank
also
you.
the right person to do it,
I
because
don't know about that. I can't vouch for that. I don't know about that. Ma'am, how long is this MBA course? Like, how long is MBA course?
2 years. 2 years.
2 years course. Okay, so it's a
2
regular
years.
course.
It's a regular 2 years course. These people will be doing in the first 2 years the basics of management, all the base concepts, and in the second year they come to specializations where they choose what they want to do, whether they want to go into marketing, HR, finance, operations, systems. So we offer a range of specializations. So they'll be choosing some.
So how many students do we have? How many students do we have?
Around 200 right now, 190 plus, and counting, because they're joining. So we are not able to tell the exact number, but yeah, 190 around easily.
But I see the participant number is only 127.
Yeah,
So where
they
are
are
the remaining
joining, sir. Actually, during the same time, we also have another process which is going on. So maybe that's delaying a little bit, but they're joining. They'll be joining.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We left them a little late from the last session.
Okay.
So lunch padi paum. First year's done, sir. We need to put them back into the system.
This is all online, right? Nobody's in
The whole thing is
online.
Yes, the whole thing is online.
Okay, perfect.
We don't have the permission to call the first years to classes. As of now, the blended mode is going only for the second years. So many of the first years are actually eager to come, but we are not given the opportunity. I think I'm holding up. You can start up the session, Dr. Prabha, and the students can keep joining.
Thank you. I call upon Ms. Harita to give a introducing the guest to the audience now. Over to Harita.
Yes, thank you. So it's indeed my great privilege to introduce the chief guest of the day, Santosh Murugan, co-founder and managing director of Golapasi chain of restaurants. After completing his master's in bioinformatics from Atlanta, he spent a few years with different corporates. Santosh entered the world of entrepreneurship. Golapasi, his second venture, which was started along with his friends. Golapasi is one of the most largest South Indian restaurant chain in Tamil Nadu. It has also expanded to Australia, USA, and Canada and Norway. So Santosh, he has been listed in the elite list of 20 inspiring men of the 2017 by WE magazine. He has also authored a book that can inspire entrepreneurs. Sir, this is indeed my privilege to invite you to this gathering where a lot of budding entrepreneurs are waiting to hear to your speech. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Understand? Is there anybody who does not understand Tamil? Is there anybody who does not understand Tamil here? Do we have any non-Tamil speaking population?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect, cool. Nice, good. Okay, perfect. So now, so before I start talking about entrepreneurship, whatnot, right? I just want to understand the audience first. So can I have 4 or 5 people who can come up and talk about, just introduce yourself and why are you taking this course, and what are you trying to achieve by taking this course? I just want to have 4 or 5 people because I want to first warm up the crowd. Yeah, I want to make sure that you guys are not sleeping. So I need, let's see who the leaders are, right? If you want to become an entrepreneur, first you have to raise your hand up. You have to come up and do something what other people aren't doing. So I want to find 5 people who can just come up and introduce yourself for 30 seconds. Can I have somebody just come and introduce yourself and just tell me why have you taken this course? Let's see who's breaking the ice.
Myself, I am Arvind, sir.
Very good, Arvind.
I have did my BCom. I am joining MBA, sir. I want to join MBA because I want to become a very good executive, sir. So I want to challenge each and every company I go, and I want to develop each and every company, sir. That's why I am choosing this course, sir.
Fantastic, Arvind. That shows your guts. You know, in a group of 120 people, right? You took the guts to come and talk. You know, generally, the Indians, we have a problem. We don't lead. We're actually great followers. That's why we become fans of actors so easily. Salman Khan, Amar Khan, Vijay, Ajit, right? We become fans so easily because we love to follow, but we don't lead. So very good, Arvind. You took the first step to come and introduce yourself. That itself shows that you have the courage and guts to stand out well. Fantastic,
Thank
Arvind.
you, sir.
Brilliant.
Hi, sir.
Another.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Hi, sir. This is Monisha.
Hello, Monisha. Welcome.
Hi, sir. I have done my BCom in my UG, and I have taken this course because maybe if at all I have, if I wanted to make up a business, or if I wanted to start a business, as of now, I don't have any idea. Like, I am just thinking of it. The other one is like, I wanted to go sit in a manager course. Like after this degree, I wanted to get placed in a bank.
Okay.
Maybe after an employee, I can, if at all I have an idea of starting up a business, I can do so. So this course can help me doing it.
Lovely. Nice, Monisha. Welcome. Next.
Yeah.
Sir, this is Arvind, sir. Arvind, another Arvind.
Yes, Arvind. Solung, Arvind. Yes, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I am from Pondicherry. So I have finished my BCom Professional Accounting in Hindustan College, Coimbatore. So after that, I came to Chennai to do my higher studies, PG studies in MBA.
Hindustan Coimbatore means then you would have known Kolapasi in Coimbatore. You would have seen Kolapasi in Coimbatore last year.
I think so, sir. If I see in person,
is it the one in Nava India, in that Hindustan?
Yes, sir. So that's one. That is the one.
Yeah. When did you finish? Last year?
No, sir. This year I have finished.
This year, right? Then you would have seen Kolapasi in Pilamid in Hope College.
I think I'm not familiar with that, sir. Columbus in the sense I can't understand what was it.
Kolapasi is the restaurant, name of the restaurant. It is in,
okay, sir. Okay, fine. So regarding to MBA, so the thing is that I may not be a good entrepreneur, but I can say that I can be a good employee. Employee in the sense, everywhere there is employers, sir. In case of corporate world, or in case of government job, in case of everywhere. So I think that when it comes to a business or a management side, I think MBA plays a major role to understand how to manage a business. So it gives me more and more knowledge to cope up with the corporate world, sir. So if I got placed in a corporate, so I think MBA gives me a better opportunity to do my best in that, sir.
Absolutely.
So that's the main reason I have joined my MBA, and to improve my knowledge also in the field of management.
Brilliant. Lovely. Excellent. Nice. Last two people.
Hello, sir. Myself, Gayatri.
Welcome.
I completed my BCom with computer application in Bishop Weaver College. I'm 2020 passed out.
Bishop Heber. Okay.
Yes, sir, Trichy.
I was there in 2019. I came and spoke in Bishop Weaver College for Festocom. Do you remember this guy came?
Yeah, sir.
GV Prakash came.
Yeah, sir. I know.
So he was the chief guest for the evening. I was chief guest for the morning.
Oh, sir, I remember. Yeah.
Same buddy put a sunny and round neck put on the nyabur.
Yeah, sir, I remember. It's on 25th Feb.
Exactly.
Actually, I can't.
Wow! Oh, nice. That's one of the best. Were you there in the hall? when I
Yes,
spoke?
I was in a front row. I think
yeah,
I
you
even
forgot
gave
me.
no, sir. I even gave a classical guest performance too.
Then
I think you
how
might
could you,
see
how could,
me.
then how could you not
So
remember
you
me?
completely shaved. I think you look different now, maybe.
Okay.
But I remember.
Chandran Indiran. That's my brother.
But I can remember now.
Lovely, Gayatri. Nice, very good. Fantastic.
I wanted
Welcome.
to-
So, why did you take this course?
So actually, I always believe myself in I want to see myself in a top level management. I wanted to be a manager, CEO myself. So I think I'm capable of doing this, and I want to explore my talents and my skills so that I want to see myself where I can be. So it's all about
Fantastic.
my own, how to tell.
Brilliant.
I just want to explore it.
Nice. Welcome. Fantastic. Nice.
Thank you.
Last one.
So,
Last
sir,
one. Janani, welcome, Janani.
completed BSc Computer Science. So I joined MBA to improve my management knowledge and to join a good organization and be a better position there.
Okay, beautiful, super, perfect. The reason why now you might be thinking why this idiot is asking 5 people to talk and upfront, because I wanted first to tell you that unless you embarrass yourself, it will be very difficult to impress anyone. First, you have to embarrass yourself. If you want to impress somebody, you need to have some skill sets or some talent or something in your hand. You want to impress anyone, your employer or your professor or your HOD, your principal, whatnot. But before that, you have to be willing to be embarrassed, right? Today, 5 people spoke. Not everybody, had the best English in the world, but it's perfectly fine. You do not need the best English in the world. You don't need the best presentation skills in the world. You need the courage to go and express yourself. Be yourself, right? And that's what I loved about you guys, especially the first guy. Right? It's always very difficult to become the first scapegoat of anything. Arvind came out and he spoke. When everybody was thinking, that guy took action, right? So all the people who wanted to talk, who wanted to come and express yourself, you are thinking, yo, what if I come and screw up? What if I come and embarrass myself? What if I don't have great communication skills, right? What if I come and speak and my class girls will make fun of it? You should stop caring about all of those things. This is the first lesson. Right? If you want to make something really remarkable in life, you have to be willing to be embarrassed. Right? There are so many places where I embarrass myself, because when I first started to talk about, started doing public speaking, right? I wasn't even close to what I do right now. Now I've talked to probably 200 colleges. You can go and check one of my talks in Josh Talks. Is probably the 5th or 6th highest views, 1.3 million views. But it didn't just start one fine day. It started long back. I've been publicly speaking for many years, right? So, so my first suggestion or recommendation to everyone: it is perfectly fine to be embarrassed. It is perfectly fine to be awkward, right? So that's first one. And I also, before I start talking about entrepreneurship and whatnot, right? First, I want to set things right. A lot of people think, right, or being entrepreneur is the coolest thing, and employee is not great. You see a lot of memes, a lot of quotes. You can't be employee the rest of your life. You have to become entrepreneur. Blah blah blah. A lot of things. People will come and talk about it. But what I'm saying is, entrepreneurship or employment, both are actually very, very, very similar. There's not too much of difference actually. In fact, entrepreneurship and employment are two sides of the same coin. Because how will you get employment? Until somebody employs you, you will not get employment. And the guy who is employing you is an entrepreneur, right? If without an entrepreneur, there are no employees. And without employees, there are no entrepreneurs. Because if you don't have employees, then you're not an entrepreneur, you're self-employed. You're like a doctor or a plumber. So today, if let's assume you're a doctor, you go to your clinic, you will make money that day. But if you do not go to clinic, you will not make money that day. Right? So being self-employed is different. So an entrepreneur's job is to create employees, create an enterprise and have employees and run that enterprise. So there is just no super glory just being an entrepreneur. So it is perfectly fine. In fact, I'll give you a small thought process switch, right? Now, let's assume, okay, now can somebody, Janani or anybody, Arvind, Gayatri, can somebody define me what is job? How do you define a job? Ajay?
So it's Arvind, sir.
What is the definition of job or employment?
Doing a work which has been designated to us, I think, in simple terms.
Okay. So can I say that employment is trading your time for rupees or dollars, correct?
Yes,
you trade
sir.
your time, right? You're giving your time to somebody. Somebody's paying for your time, correct? Can everybody say accept that is the definition of job? Correct?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
cool.
Yes, sir.
Now, what if I change the definition? What if I change the definition and tell you that employment is the only place in the world which pays you to become an entrepreneur in the future? I'll repeat it again. Employment is the only place in the world which is paying you to become an entrepreneur in the future. Today, let's assume you want to start a restaurant, right? It will take 30 to 40 lakhs to start a restaurant. Instead of that, you go to your closest restaurant, you tell them, I'll work as an intern or will work part-time. You give me some whatever 300 rupees per day or 400 rupees per day. I'll come and work in your restaurant. Now, instead of you putting 30, 40 lakhs, right, you are getting actually paid. And 6 months or 1 year, you can work in the restaurant and you can figure out how to build a restaurant, how to run a restaurant, right? You can go inside and see, oh, this is where he's buying vegetables. Oh, this is where he's buying chicken, mutton. Oh, this is how you price a menu. Oh, this is how you make a dish. Oh, this is how you hire a master or a chef, right? You can learn all those stuff. And for that, you're getting paid, right? Suppose you want to start a software company. If you want to start a software company, you have to hire a building, do all the infrastructure, all the internet, all those facility management services, buy laptops, computers, and everything. You have to spend so much of money to start a IT company. Instead of that, you go and work in somebody else's IT company and they're paying you, but indirectly what you're doing, you are learning, oh, how do I find clients? How do I make software? How do I build teams? All of this you are learning, not only for free, but somebody's paying for you. Just imagine in your entire life, you've gone to school 12 years, right? Entire 12 years, you have paid money to learn, correct? You go to college 3 years, BCom, you're paying money to learn. You're doing an MBA, you're paying money to learn. But job is the only place where you can learn and somebody else is paying you to learn. So if you switch the thought process saying that, okay, oh, I'm working 8 hours, these guys are giving only 300 rupees per day or whatever, 500 rupees per day or 1,000 rupees per day. So you're making 30,000 rupees per month, right? I'm working 8 hours, they're only paying 1,000 rupees per day. Okay, well, from that, oh my God, I've got 8 hours to learn how to build this business. I have 8 hours to learn. Today I have 8 hours, right? If you come to that process, Monday mornings, you will not hate your job. You will not hate going to work because you're not going there to just work a job. You're going there to learn how to build a business in the future, right? So what I'm trying, the process I'm trying to say, if you want to be a great entrepreneur, right? First become a good employee and go and learn. Same concept, you can bring it up to college, right? Now, today, say you have 200 people, but there are only 160 participants. So they're actually missing, they already paid fees. Just imagine, we are all going for a movie. I'm getting tickets for all of you 200 people. We are all going for a movie to Satyam Cinemas, right? Movie's at 10 o'clock. What time will you come? You'll come at 9:50. Even though I am paying for your ticket, you will still come at 9:50. Like what if you pay for the ticket? You will still come at 9:50, correct? Now for 200 rupees movie, right? You're willing to come 10 minutes ahead, right? And now you've already paid for your MBA course. Let's assume your MBA course fees is 1 lakh or 2 lakhs per year, right? And if you divide it by number of working days, 200 days, right? If you divide it by 200 days, right? So per day, your cost of education is 1,000 rupees. That means today, if you're not going to college, you're losing 1,000 rupees. And we instead of going to college, we bunk our college and we go to a movie. We lose 1,000 rupees by not going to college, and then you spend another 500 rupees going to a movie, right? So that's actually a wrong thought process, right? You've already paid for your college. Your goal is, right? You should think, today I anyways paid 1,000 rupees for my college. Now, how can I maximize the 1,000 rupees? Oh, is there a conference today? Let me go and learn. Let me take a notebook. Let me take notes from this guy, right? Let me take notes from anybody who's speaking because I've bloody paid 1,000 rupees today. Not every day, but you paid it in bulk, right? You paid your tuition fees. So that is how you need to think. You have to be smart. You have to be selfish. Your thought process of coming to college is just not to enjoy college, is to get more than what you have given as fees. Your goal is to go and your goal is to go and get the maximum mileage of your college. So you connect with your professors, HOD, whatever chance you get on any online symposium, wherever you get a chance, you go to a library, you have your team of friends, you build an app, right? Your goal is to leverage your college. That is what you need to do as students. So before I get into what about entrepreneurship, this is what I want to talk about. So hope I set the thing straight. So now I'm going to talk about my book. Okay, my book, the name of the book is called Desipreneur 0.0. Why did I write this book? Because I've been talking to students like you guys from 2017, past 4 years. And everywhere I go to a college, after I speak, somebody will come to me, Santosh, I have this question. My parents are not helping me. I have this idea. I like this concept. I want to build something, but blah, 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 blah. If you put all the things, there are only 10 questions. Everybody has the same the question among the 10 questions. I thought, okay, instead of going everywhere, why don't I write a book and answer their questions? And the reason I wrote this book is to, most of the books you read, it has all come from the Western culture, right? We see CEOs from Facebook, Amazon, Google, right? And their thought process, their ecosystem is different. Like in America, a 15, 16-year-old, you're out of the house. You go and you do part-time, you work out, you work outside of your house, right? It's easy to go and take care of yourself. The thought process and the ecosystem is different. But in India, even if you're 25, 30 years old, you're still under your supervision of your parents. So the way here is different, the way in US is different. So I wanted to write a book which will help people who want to become entrepreneur, right? On how to think before you become an entrepreneur. That's the book, and I'll talk a couple of chapters of the book. So it might be helpful for you guys. So let me share the screen. Can somebody make me a host?
Yes, sir. I'm doing, sir. Yes, sir. Now you can.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So we'll talk a couple of pointers about from the book which will help you guys. So that's my book, and that's a title, Desipreneur 0.0, How to Think Before You Start. Okay. So let's talk like 4 or 5 chapters. So one of the chapters it talks about, it's not all about the looks. It's not about the looks. So what do we mean by that is, right? I'll give you some example. Let's assume Arvind or two Arvinds are there, right? Okay, Arvind. So when Arvind, generally when he was in 9th standard or 9th grade or 10th grade, what he would do is, right, he will look at his class. If it's a co-ed school, right, he'll look at his class, he'll find the most beautiful girl and he will fall in love with that girl, right? The girl would not like him back. I mean, the girl would not, reciprocate the same feelings, but he just wants to fall in love because he thinks that's the world. Okay, he thinks, okay, the most beautiful girl, it's a one-sided love. The point I'm trying to say is, you do not have to fall in love just because the girl is beautiful, right? So you don't have to start a tech startup just because you have a laptop, right? You just don't have to do something because your father is doing something, right? You have to do something when you get that fire. And I say the idea is like a demon. It's like a ghost, right? You just don't have to become an entrepreneur just for the sake of it. You wait. Once that idea comes into your mind, it will possess you. It will not let you sleep properly. It will not let you be properly. It will keep on pestering you. Santosh, this idea is super idea. Right? Why don't you do something about it, right? So the point I'll give you an example. My first business was into garments. So what I did when I came back from the US, I started my first business. So I used to import, garments from the US and sell it in India. It's absolutely crazy things, because generally the garments are made out of India, especially from the Coimbatore, Tirupur, Erode belt, and it has been sold across the world. And me, the super brilliant GD Naidu, I'm buying garments in dollars in USA and selling it in rupees in India, which people do the other way around. Why I did that? Because I spotted an opportunity. When I came back from the US, I used to wear these brands, Abercrombie and Fitch, American Eagle, Hollister, Aeropostale, those brands. I love those brands. And when I came back, I missed those brands here in India. So I thought, okay, what if I get those brands from there and sell it in India? Because there could be a lot of Santoshes like me. So what I did, logic says that I'm from Chennai. So logic says that I should have started my business in Chennai, right? Because I'm there, right? I mean, it's easy for me. But I did not start my business in Chennai. I did my research. I figured out the best place for these kind of brands. The brand penetration for these kind of brands is more higher in Hyderabad, because in every household in Hyderabad, somebody's in the US. Okay, if you look at the IT professionals in the US, The maximum is dominated by Telugu community, and most of them from Hyderabad. So what happens is, because of that community, when they come back for vacation, they buy these kind of t-shirts or these kind of garments for relatives and friends. And once they use them, they get addicted to those brands, but they don't have a outlet to buy those kind of brands. So I understood that. And so I went to Hyderabad and I started my business there in Hyderabad. So the reason I'm connecting with this chapter is, right, is just because somebody is beautiful, you just don't have to fall in love with them. Just because I am more comfortable with Chennai, I don't have to start my business. I have to find the spark and follow the spark. So if you find somebody who's even 500 kilometers or 5,000 kilometers away from you, you have to chase, right? Just don't try to make something happen just because you are in that place, right? So don't become comfortable and don't just start because, oh, I have a laptop, oh, I have this, so I'm going to start a business. No, find an opportunity or find a problem to solve, right? Entrepreneurship is not, nobody needs your product or services. They only need solution for their problems. So if you want to become an entrepreneur, solve somebody's problem or make somebody's life easier, right? You solve somebody's problem, you make somebody's life easier. Today, Ola solved your problem. If you want to go to airport at 3 o'clock, you have a cab which can come and pick you up. Before that, you do not know whether you get a cab or not. You have to go, then evening itself, you'll have to call some travel agency, you have to arrange for a car or whatnot. So they solve that problem, right? Or you have to make life easier. Initially, we were traveling bullock carts and somebody invented a cycle, somebody invented a motorcycle, they invented a car, they invented a train, right? So those kind of, the enterprises, they made a life easier, right? So either you have to solve somebody's problem or make life easier. That's the first chapter. It's not all about the looks. Second one, this is a very, very important chapter. It talks about reputation starts yesterday. So what is that reputation starts yesterday? How does it even connect with entrepreneurship? Now, today, if you want to start a business and you want to raise some capital, let's assume Arvind wants to raise 5 lakhs, right? If Arvind goes to his dad and say, Dad, I want 5 lakhs, I want to do a startup in college. Okay. Do you think his dad is going to give money? Most probably not. Okay. But do you think his dad has money? Most probably yes. Right? Most probably. If your parents are able to send you to college, to SRM MBA course, that means they will definitely have some reserve capital. If not, they will be able to raise some capital. The only reason they're not giving to you because they don't think that you will be able to handle that 5 lakhs of money. They don't think you are capable yet. So how do you solve this problem? First, you have to build your reputation. Okay. You can say, Santosh, I don't have a reputation as an entrepreneur. How would you build reputation as an entrepreneur? Yes, I completely understand that. But build reputation in whatever you are right now. First, become a fantastic student. Okay. If I was Arvind, okay, if I want to become an entrepreneur, if I was Arvind, what will I do? Okay. First thing first, if I'm going to college, regular time, non-pandemic time, right? I will come back home earlier than anybody else. Like if all the other people come back at 6, 7 o'clock, I'll come home by 6 o'clock, right? I'll come home 6 o'clock and I will make sure that I will not waste my time at home using my cell phone, watching Netflix. So I'll first show to my parents that I'm serious. First thing, I'll be a fantastic student in terms of grades. I'll make sure if my parents are expecting 90, I'll get 95. If they're expecting B+, I'll get A. Okay, A, I'll get A+. So first thing is out of the box. That means, okay, Arvind is studying extremely well. Great. Next, what is Arvind doing in his free time? Okay, Arvind is not chit-chatting, Instagramming, or Facebooking, or PUBGing. I'm not doing all the stuff, but Arvind is frantically learning, listening, reading. He's buying all business magazines. He's watching all business videos. He's talking to his parents. He's talking to his mom, dad, mom, this is my idea. So I'm going to build my reputation. And I'm going to show it by action, not by words, right? So you have to do enough work. You have to create enough reputation that your parents will think, aha, ma, looks like this guy is bloody serious. And then you have to slowly communicate with your parents like that, Dad, look at automation. Like in 4 or 5 years, most of the jobs will be automated. So I think it's high time I start looking at become an entrepreneur. Even though I might get a lesser money right now initially, I might maybe only be able to make 1,000 rupees a month. But if I know how to make 1,000 rupees a month, in a year or two, I will know how to make that 1,000 rupees to 20, 30, 40,000 rupees. But even though I might have a job for 30,000 rupees today, but if I lose my job, until somebody else comes and pays me the 30,000 rupees, I will not have an income. So I have to communicate with my parents for them to understand me. lot of us complain, my parents, they're useless, they don't know, they don't want to support me, they have the money. The reason they don't want to support you is because you are not worthy enough to be supported. That is the honest answer, right? First, create your worth. Don't complain about your parents. Understand that your parents are on 4th floor, you are in ground floor, right? Whatever you shout, they will not hear. You will have to go up to them, 4th floor, talk to them, communicate with them, and then bring them to your level. Asking them to come to your level, it will not happen. Okay. So the main reason why a lot of people today are not investing in your dream or investing in your business is because you have not created that reputation. I'll give you another example in a colloquial college fun level. Okay. Let's assume Arvind has what is the worst way that Arvind will, let's assume Arvind has a girlfriend. Okay. I don't know whether he has one. Let's assume he has one. What is the worst way Arvind can introduce his girlfriend to his mother? The worst possible way is directly take a girlfriend to his house one fine day. Amma, mom, this is my girlfriend ABC. That is the most stupidest way. What is the best way to get the girlfriend introduced to his mom? The best way is take her among with other friends. You put her as a black sheep within other sheeps, like 10, 5 friends, Priya, Vidya, Priyanka, Aarti. Among all these friends, put the ABC with the other some guy friends, and probably get her to his birthday, get a group of friends to his house, and then introduce the entire bunch. And then slowly build that rapport between that ABC. Let's assume Divya is the girl, right? Let's assume Divya is the name of the girl. Okay, the way Arvind should do is, today is Divya's birthday. I'm going to her birthday. And while coming back, right, he should bring a box where it has cake inside. Even if Divya forgets, he should bring it and say, Divya gave this cake to me, ma. Okay, I mean, Divya likes you a lot, you know. And if you watch, I mean, let's say you've gone to some trip together as friends, and then, look at this picture. Divya's smile is exactly like you, Amma. Parangala, she's smiling exactly like you. You slowly build that reputation, right? And then after 1 or 2 years, anyways, you're going to get me married to somebody, right? What if that girl comes in and she doesn't like you? She ill-treats you, right? I would rather have Divya itself as your daughter-in-law because I know she loves you and you love her. And I want to make sure that you both are happy. So you play the game accordingly so that they both can get connected. So that is how you build reputation. I hope you understand, but don't use this as excuse today. And Santosh sir only told me, so today I'm going to do this. Now bring my girlfriend to my house and don't put me on the spot. Okay, this is just an example. I hope you guys got the gist of it. So understand, guys, today people are not able to support you because you have not built a reputation. Don't blame the people, blame yourself. Third one, predict or perish. So this is most for startups. Okay. Now there are two things. One is a startup, another one is a business. So what is the difference between a business and a startup? A business is something where the model is proven and tested. Let's assume you're manufacturing a bottle. Okay, that becomes a business because it's a proven business model. You take the raw material, you put inside the machine, you get the product out. Correct. So that is business. That if you have the resources, money, manpower, all those things, you will be able to do that business. You guys able to hear me? Hello? Are you guys able to hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, perfect. So because somebody is calling me twice, I thought you guys missed me. Okay, perfect. So what was I saying? Okay, so a business is where the business, a regular business is the model is proven and tested. A startup is an unproven business model, untested, unproven business model like Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. When these guys came, there were no other model, successful model in that space, like, you know, Oyos or the world of or Ola, Oyo, all of these guys, Uber, all of these guys, these are unproven, untested business model. So that is called a startup. Okay. So now if you want to do a startup, what you have to do is you should have the ability to predict the future. I'll give you some stories for you to understand. So in the early 1900s, so there used to be two brothers in Wisconsin, United States. Wisconsin is a northern state, northeastern state. It is pretty cold up there. So what these brothers used to do is they used to go to, during winters, they used to go to a lake. They used to cut ice from the lake. They used to cut ice blocks and they used to sell them and they used to make money. And they were making good money. They were so happy. And every winter they will go, they will cut ice, they'll make money. So their only focus was to how do I cut ice more faster? How do I how do I increase my efficiency? So their only goal was to work on efficiency. How much ice can I cut per hour? How much ice can I cut per hour? What happened eventually, right? They got replaced by ice factories because these guys were able to cut only ice during the winters. When ice factories came into business, they can freeze water around the year, any time of the day, any time of the month, and they can make ice blocks, right? So these guys went out of future. Again, then the ice factories, they were again so focused on that curve, right? They forgot to think what is the next curve. So they were only thinking about, again, increasing efficiency. How much faster can I freeze the ice? How much faster can I cut the ice? How much faster can I distribute the ice? And slowly what happened? They got replaced by personal refrigerators, right? If you want to take an example in Tamil Nadu itself, you have Tandi TV. Tandi TV, the Tandi newspaper, it's a 100-year-old company, right? Now, but they started the news channel only 7-8 years back in 2014. But Sun News started the news channel 25 years back, right? So what happened? The reason is because when Tandi newspaper, right? Tandi newspaper, Tandi, they were so focused on that curve. That means, okay, how can I reduce the cost of ink? How can I increase the speed of printing? How can I increase my circulation? They were so stuck in that curve. They forgot to think, what is the next curve? How would news be consumed by the readers 10 years from now? Why would I want to wait till next day morning to know yesterday's news? Why would I want to wait? Why would I want to go all the way to my door, open my door, take a newspaper and read what has happened yesterday, right? I don't want to do that. So Sun News said that, okay, why should I wait? Let's get the news, let it, send it to the satellite, and then you can transport it to the, relay to the world. So people who win certain curves, right, is because they were able to predict that curve earlier, right? In our case, we predicted the future is going to be delivery. The future is going to be chefless, masterless kitchen. And in that sense, like, the future of food industry would be like McDonald's, Subway, Burger King, Domino's. In all of these outlets, there is no chef or a master. Anybody can go and do a pizza or a burger or whatnot. You and me, if you get trained in 2 days, you and me will make a pizza or a burger, right? So we knew that's for the future. And that is why we were not a restaurant. We were working on a different model. We were working on a chefless or a master. Today, all of our 15 outlets today in Tamil Nadu, we do not have a chef or a master. And we're opening in Australia, we're opening in Norway, USA, and Canada. And we already have a food truck ready. We're about to launch in a month or so in Australia. I have not sent anybody. I have not traveled to Australia. I'm not sending chefs or masters from India, but we're opening in Australia because we have built a chefless, masterless kitchen model in something in the lines of, that is why we're able to scale so fast. When the entire food industry is going back, right? Today I'm in Dindigul. We are launching on 15th. Now after this, next week we're launching in Hosur, then in Ambattur, and then next month in Erode, and then Perundurai, Tanjavur, Madurai, Thoothukudi. All of these things are on place because we're able to scale rapidly in spite of a pandemic. When all the other restaurants are shutting down, we were able to open a lot of restaurants because of the model which we have built, because we were able to predict the next curve. When other restaurants were focused on how do I find the best masters? Where do I find the best masters? How do I find the best recipes? We were focused on how do I standardize the recipe across the world, right? How do I run a kitchen without a chef or a master? An average South Indian restaurant needs 8 people to run. We need only 2 people. An average restaurant needs X amount as operating capital. We need only 1/4 of that. We can run a South Indian restaurant with 1/4 of our existing operating capital. So we were able to build a new model because we were able to predict the future, right? So this is a very, very critical thing. You don't do a startup for now. You do a startup for 10 years from now. You have to think, okay, what is going to be the next curve? How is education going to change in the next 10 years? And then you have to build a startup for that, right? So that's one. So next question is why India? Okay, why did Santosh come all the way from US to India? Why India, right? First of all, understand guys, India has a highest amount of daily users. You take any app after China because we are the second highest population in the world, right? So today, you think more Americans are using YouTube or more Indians are using YouTube? More Indians are using YouTube, right? So since China is a very closed economy, what do you mean by closed economy? That means China doesn't allow the Western counterparts to come and take their market. They don't have Facebook. They don't have Google. They have Baidu. They have their own clones of Facebook, Twitter, and WhatsApp. Instead of WhatsApp, they have WeChat. So China is a very closed economy in sense. They have closed it only for them, right? I mean, they don't allow other people to come and take the market. But after China, the next one is India. So India is a huge market, and that is why all the Walmarts and Amazons, and why did Walmart buy Flipkart for $16 billion? When Flipkart is losing 2,000 crores, less than $500 million they're losing every year. Why would why did Walmart come and buy Flipkart, a loss-making company, for $16 freaking billion? Why? That is the power of India, right? So since China is a closed economy, everybody is eyeing the Indian market, right? Second one, growing middle-class population. Today, China's middle-class population is 900 million people. Ours is close to 450 million people. In another 10 years to around 15 years, we will come to close to 900 million middle-class people. Hopefully, if the economy is right, hopefully, whatever we think happens, okay? So there's a pun intended, or most of you guys might not understand that, okay? So once the middle-class population grows to that level, there'll be so many, there's so much of need for entrepreneurs like you and me to serve them, right? You need a lot more entrepreneurs to serve that bloody 900 million, close to 1 billion population of middle class in 10 to 15 years. So that is why entrepreneurs are needed, okay? Third one, diversity gives us an edge. What is a diversity? The population of Tamil Nadu alone is more than the population of Italy. Okay, population of India is almost close to the population of entire Europe, if not more. That means in India there are only 300 million people who speak English. The remaining 1 billion people, they don't speak English. Who are the people who are going to cater to them, right? We have such a big market that other people do not have access to that. But unfortunately, we do not understand the potential of a market. Just imagine today, if you can reach out to all the B towns, C towns audience, and you build a native app in Tamil and reach out to them, connect with them, and make them add some value to them. Let's just imagine the amount of content people are consuming in WhatsApp today, WhatsApp videos, right? Somebody in down south near Tirunelveli, near a village, 10, 20 kilometers from near a village from Tirunelveli, has Jio, he has Airtel, he has the data speed, and he's accessing content. Right now, who's going to create amazing content for them? Why not you and me create content for them? So the diversity gives us an extra edge. For an American to understand Tamilian population, it's going to take us some time. But you and me, we understand the population easier, right? The last one is we have 20 years experience as a customer. We have 20 years experience as a customer. What does it say? Right? I'll give you an example. When these guys, when Kellogg's came into India 20-25 years back, they were so adamant and arrogant. They said, oh my God, I'm going to put a Kellogg's cereal box in every damn breakfast table in India. But they lost the race in the beginning because they did not understand the Indian customer. Okay, cornflakes is a morning thing, whatnot, which they use cold milk to pour on cornflakes so you can eat it. Because if you pour hot milk, it will dissolve instantly and you will not be able to get the crunchy feeling to eat cornflakes. So cornflakes is designed for cold milk. Unfortunately, they did not know that Indians do not like cold food. We only like cold dessert. Everything else is we want it hot. Morning, you want dosa hot, pongal hot, puri hot, we want chapati hot. Afternoon, we want rice hot, sambar hot. Everything we want it hot. Night, we want kurma hot. Paneer butter masala hot, chapati hot, paratha hot. We want everything hot. Only thing we eat cold is desserts. So they did not have the understanding of Indian customer, and that is why it took them a lot of time for them to go and understand the customer. And then they had to do a lot of stuff. Then what they did, then they did some coating, sugar and whatnot on top of that, on the cornflake itself, and they solved that problem right now. And they were able to penetrate the market. But you, as a consumer, have minimum has a 20 years of experience of understanding the consumer, right? And you have loads of consumers around you. Today, you can start anything and you have 200 customers right away. All your friends, you can make them a customer, right? So understand, if you can solve a problem of your entire community, there comes a business. So hope you understand why India, right? Now, this is my favorite quote by my favorite author, that's me. Okay. Thinking about doing something is a torture. Doing it is easier. Like a lot of people want to start a business, or they want to do a course in crypto or blockchain or AI or ML. They want to do something, they want to learn guitar, but they're only thinking, but they're not doing it. What I'm saying is thinking about is actually torture. Actually doing it is pretty easier, right? So I'll finish with my story. So this said, just jump. What do you mean say with just jump? That's what I'm saying, don't think too much. I'm not saying asking you to jump from a building. I'm saying jump into what you want to do. Then you will eventually figure it and learn it out. So I'll stop with my story, my bungee jumping story in Singapore. So I went to Singapore in the year 2018. I think in 2018, Jan, one of my friends, she did the bungee jumping and she put a video in Facebook, and I went and said, hey, that's awesome. When I come to Singapore, I will also do bungee jumping. I didn't mean it because I've never done any bungee jumping from the heights in my entire life. I've never done skydiving, never done, because I felt that is one of the most stupidest thing to do. Because why would you yourself put pressure on you, pull yourself to a place, pay 10,000 rupees to someone and jump from there where you have a 1% chance to die? Not because of the ropes malfunctioning, it's because of standing from here and getting a heart attack, right? Why would you want to do that? So I said, it doesn't make any logical sense for any damn guy or girl in the world to go and pay someone and jump. At least if somebody's paying me, it makes sense to jump. Okay, you're paying me, I'll take the risk, right? But here you have to pay for the experience and you want to jump. Why do you want to do that? So I never understood. I thought that's the most stupidest thing in the world. But one fine day, I'm in Singapore and my friend calls me, hey, Santosh, let's go for the bungee jumping. I said, why? No, you were the one who said you want to go do bungee jumping. You've given your word, you have to come. So she drags me to this place. Then I go there because now I can't say no because I already accepted in Facebook and in the comment that I will do the jump. And now I am shit scared. Right. And then, so we go into the Singapore Sentosa Park, and there's a cute Chinese girl in the counter. And she said, I say, dude, I mean, you look so cool. I mean, aren't you afraid? Everybody here is shit scared and you look so cool. I said, I was acting. She didn't know that I was acting. I said, no, this is normal. I'm an entrepreneur. We take even more bigger risks. So I was just making, as if, I was acting as if I was cool, but I was shit scared. And then, 17 floors, you have to go in the elevator. And then my stomach, my liver, kidney, all, was doing a ringa roses within my body. And then finally, I mustered up the courage and I go stand in that ledge, the green ledge, right? And there hit my Newtonian moment, right? When Newton was sitting under the apple tree, the apple fell on his head. And what did he discover? He discovered gravity, right? So I had my Newtonian moment. So my Santosh's first law is, right, the longer you keep thinking about something, the higher the chances that you will not do it. I repeat, the longer you keep thinking of doing something, the higher the chances that you will not do it, because your brain will give you exact logical answer why you should not do the thing. So when I was standing there, my brain was shouting to my ear saying, Santosh, are you stupid? You have a family, you have a business to take care. Why the heck are you standing here? What if something happens to you? Who's going to take care of your business and your family, right? Why do you want to do that? So my brain is perfectly giving me all logical answers for me to not jump. So anything, because understand that our DNAs are wired for 3 million years. So we have been hunter-gatherers for 3 million years minus 10,000 years. Only in the last 10 to 12,000 years, we have started cultivation. We have come away from the hunter-gathering mode. So our DNA is designed for fight or flight mechanism. That means you see a smaller creature who you can win, you fight. If you see a bigger creature who you cannot win, you flight. I mean, you run away from it, right? So our DNA is to capture the human race and save the human race. So your brain will never want you to take any risk in life. That is why it will give you all the reasons in the world for you to not to take the risk, because the brain wants to live. It doesn't want to take any risk, right? So the moment I realized that, oh my God, Santosh, if you're going to stand for 3 more seconds, you're not going to jump. So I said 1, 2, 3, I jump from there. So the moral of the story again is to, if you keep on thinking about doing something, it will never happen, right? You can't wait for the right time. Okay, after 20 years, everything is right, I will do that. No. Let's say you want to go from Chennai to Bangalore. You can't wait to get all the traffic lights to be green from your house to Bangalore for you to start. You will start. There'll be some rain. There'll be some traffic issues. There'll be something. The minister will be crossing by. The chief minister will be crossing by. You'll have to wait for 10 minutes. So those things will happen. So moral of the story is, don't think too much. you will make mistakes and you're supposed to make mistakes, and that is how you will learn, right? A mistake is not a mistake unless you learn from it. It is only a mistake when you do not learn from it. So that's about it. That's me. That's my Instagram handle. Feel free to follow me. But please do not come and ask some silly questions. Sir, I want to do a business. Tell me how to do. Please, I'm fed up. I'm tired of it. I cannot answer those questions. Okay. Anything else? I think we have some time. What is the time right now? We'll take some questions. Is anyone there?
Sir.
Students?
Yeah, sir. Available, sir.
Yep. Perfect. You guys have any questions, doubts, any discussion, feel free.
Sir, very good afternoon, sir. This is Salman here.
Yes.
So yeah, as you were saying, you were initially doing those garments and stuff, right? So what made you to move to another side of, now you're in food sector. So what made you move from one thing to another, sir? Because you were so to be specific, you were already planned, you have done research till the point that more than starting it in Chennai, you can start it in Hyderabad. You have done many researches and you have got to know the people over there, and it will be more will be in an expanded form over there in Hyderabad. So what made you change from?
I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So how long will you be in LKG in a school? Right, you have to graduate, right? You cannot keep
Yes,
on learning.
sir.
Every day you go to school and A, B, C, D. After something, you have to graduate, right? So for me, that first business gave me some initial impetus to learn about business. I learned customer handling. I learned customer interaction, how to build a brand, right? How to connect with people. I learned that. But I knew that model is not a scalable model. I want to build something for the world, not just for India. That is for my crash course. So I did well.
Okay.
I made some money. I used that money to invest back in Kolapasi. So we were profitable from day one. I've not spent a single rupee in marketing for that outlet. And from first month, we were operationally profitable. From first month, because I understood how to interact with customers. I learned the art of retail, interacting with customers, building a brand, all interpersonal skills. I learned all the stuff, and I used that to build the next brand, because I knew I can't scale that business because the supply is limited from the US. I cannot expand it because I have to depend on clothes from the US, right? So I know my model was that model. See, with a bike, you can go only a certain amount of kilometers. If you have to go 5,000, 6,000 kilometers, you have to cross continents. You need to have a flight, correct? So
Yes,
that model served its purpose. So 3-4 years, I did that. It served my purpose. I learned the business. Then I want a bigger challenge. I want to solve $1 billion problem. So today we have taken $1 billion problem to solve, and we have almost solved it. Not that we will immediately make the $1 billion, but there is a high chance that we can become like McDonald's for South Indian cuisine. The way we are going, there's a very, very high chance it will happen, and probably we'll be in a couple of hundred outlets in a couple of years. So we are already 15. By this year end, we'll be 20. In the next 4 to 6 weeks, we're opening 4 outlets. It took us 4 years to open 4 outlets. Now it's taking only 4 to 6 weeks to open 4 outlets. So that is the amount of scale that we were able to build. So that's why I wanted a bigger problem, bigger challenge, bigger opportunity. Simple.
Okay, sir. Fine, sir. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is Arvind, sir.
How many Arvind, pa?
Sir, two
Arvind,
Arvind, sir. Two
Arvind.
I think 2 Arvind is there, sir.
Okay, buy one, get one free, Arvind.
Okay, sir. Sir, I have one common doubt. So
Yes,
people used to go for foreign to do their PG studies, sir. So they used to go for MBA to study in abroad. And what is the difference between towards them and according to us, people who are studying in India, sir? So whether if they are going to study in abroad, and if the people who get a job in abroad itself, it's okay. They are comes under different set of people, and people used to get green card also. They are coming in the different set of people, but the persons who are going to study in abroad, and after that finishing their course, they used to return back to India. So after that they used to compete with the same MBA graduate students who are doing PG here to get a job. So what is difference between studying in abroad and towards India, sir? What is the difference between both of us?
Exposure. Simple. One word: exposure. Today,
Why not exposure from India in Indian colleges and all?
Now,
why they don't get any exposure?
I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you. Now, if I tell you how it is, let's say I'm in Atlanta right now. I'm in USA. I lived in Atlanta. I did my master's there. Or I'm going to Switzerland. If I tell you over a phone call, this is how it feels like to be in Switzerland. Can you experience it? Can you feel it? You cannot, right? Until you go to Switzerland, until you go to USA or some other country, you will not be able to feel it. So when you have an exposure in a foreign country, you get a lot more experience, right? First thing, when you're out of your town, out of your country, you understand a different culture. You understand people from different culture. How do they talk? How do they behave? How do they get along? Right? You understand their economy. You understand your economy. I mean, it helped me a lot. I mean, if not for my stint in the US for 8 years, I don't think we would be able to build a brand like Golapasi. I understood what is customer service. Now, how these guys are able to give fantastic customer service. I learned a lot from the Western world. I took that and tweaked it and gave it to the eastern side of the world. So, I firmly believe that every student should have a small stint, minimum at least 6 months in a foreign country, just for the sheer fact of getting some exposure. Or at least you have to work in a foreign country. Because at least you will know how to take care of yourself. In Chennai today, you do not know how to take care of yourself because your mom is there, your dad is there, right? You don't know banking, you do not know how to do finance, you don't know how to take care of yourself, cook, and all the basics you don't know. At least for that fact, you should go to a different place. At least go to Bangalore or Mumbai, Delhi, in a different state, and understand the different cultures. So exposure is always good. It's always good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I am Arvind, sir. I have a doubt, yes, sir. You told that you have been opening branches in many parts of the country, sir. You told that you are making chefless kitchen. I want to know whether the dishes made in all your restaurant are similar in taste.
Yes, mostly they'll be similar in taste.
Then do you have any specific formula, sir, for preparing each dishes? Because one chef may not be available at everywhere. Different peoples are preparing and they are similar in taste. Do you have any specific formula for each dishes?
Exactly. And that's why we have formulated, and that's why we are able to grow this model successfully. Simple.
Thank you, sir.
Like how McDonald's have done, right? So it is not an easy stuff. It took us 7-8 years to refine that model, to understand how much of pungency you need, how much of sourness you need in a food, how much of acidity, how much of your salt, your spice level, how it interacts with each other, each of the ingredient. If you increase this, what happens to this? So there's a lot of science behind it, a lot of science and a lot of experience of 7-8 years. This is our 9th year in business. So we're able to do it because we have so much of data, so much of experience with this. So we are able to build this model. It's not. Yes. Next question.
Hello, sir. Myself, yes. Preetham here. Very good afternoon. As you're talking about the business model, so my simple question is, how do you bring in investment? As you were mentioning regarding parents' investment and regarding the trust issues that the students and the parents go through. So according to your business model, as you mentioned, to open a restaurant, it requires 30 to minimum 40 lakhs.
No, that's a regular restaurant. For us, it takes around 15 lakhs. For a takeaway, 12 lakhs, and for a cloud kitchen, 8 to 9 lakhs.
Yeah,
I'm talking about a generic restaurant.
Yeah. That is generally for your restaurant. So,
okay.
As you were mentioning, if I can make 1,000 rupees per month, I can double it. So, how do you bring in investments when you're starting a large startup? How do banks or someone invest in a company based on your revenue model?
So today, the way we expand is the franchise, right? So somebody, and we have not spent a single rupee for our franchising, advertisement, whatnot. Our story is so good. People get to know about us, they do research about us, and they come to us and say, hey, we want to start a franchise. That's it. That's how we grow. So ours is completely organic. Maybe in the future, we may do some ads for franchise if you want to grow even more faster. Right now, the growth we're going through is actually pretty fast. So we don't want to turn on the engine and get more leads. We don't want to do that right now. We are already tied up. So since there's 4 or 5 outlets here and there's 4 or 5 international outlets, we're already full. Our hands are full. For us, the way we worked is our brand became more popular. So people started coming to us. We don't have to go and convince anybody that, hey, you can come and take your franchise. Till now, we have not done that. If people come to us, and then we select, we see whether there's a synergy, if we can work with them, and then we start working with them. Simple.
Thank you.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Hi, hello.
So Monisha here.
Yes,
So
Monisha.
do you think exposure in Indian colleges are comparatively less when compared to the colleges in US or foreign?
100% yes. Because I've been in both sides of the world. 100% yes. Even though if you go to ISB, a counterpart of ISB in US would be a little bit better, not because of the course curriculum, whatnot, just for the sheer fact that you interact with people from different backgrounds, right? If you go to Harvard or you go to Georgia Tech or MIT, right? You see people from across the world, Europeans, Africans, South Americans, Latin Americans, you see Canadians, so you East Asians, Chinese, Japanese. So you interact with a lot of people. Your professors are from different backgrounds. Your exposure is way high, for sure. At least in the US. I don't know about Europe and whatnot. I've not been there, but I can vouch for it that I can definitely vouch for it. For maybe one or two exceptions could be there. Maybe ISB or the Great Lakes or IIM Ahmedabad could be better. I've not gone there. I've not studied there, but on a generic platform, I think on a generic scale, having a degree in the US just for the sheer fact of exposure is definitely helpful.
Okay, sir. Sir, is Desipreneur book available on Amazon?
Yes, absolutely. Okay. It's Amazon. It's available.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Once again, Gayatri here.
Yes, Gayatri.
So I have a doubt. It's a common doubt. Before COVID, people had a normal, regular routine. Most of the people. After COVID, they changed their profession. They are learning new stuff, and people losing their job. So, as an entrepreneur, how do you see this change, sir? Like coming out of normal cycle routine.
No, it is a need of the hour, right? It is survival of the fittest. You cannot just sit on your past glory. Hey, I have an MBA from this college, so somebody is going to call me and give me a job. It's not going to happen. You have to make it happen. Things will not happen. You have to make it happen. So you have to force your way into doing things. Like if I were you, if I'm doing MBA, if I want to do an internship, right? I will just not send applications like 100 companies and wait for things to happen. What I would do, I would first zero down 10 to 15 companies or 5 companies which I love. I love their culture. I love the brand. I love the company. Five companies. Then I do intense research on the 5 companies. I go to LinkedIn, connect with the VP or whatnot. Hey, and not just directly go and ask internship. First, follow them for 6 months, right? And whatever post they put, do a nice comment. Hey, fantastic. Hey, just assume you want to intern in Kolapasi, right? You would follow me in LinkedIn. You follow me in Instagram, right? You constantly follow me, and then you create a good reputation again, right? Hey, oh, that's a nice article about you, Santosh. So proud of you. Nice to see Kolapasi growing. You build that rapport, right? You build that reputation. And then you put in requests. Hey, Santosh, it's nice seeing you. I've been a fan of your brand. I know you've been expanding. You should know enough about the company to impress me and say, hey, Santosh, I'll be more than happy. Now I'm in the middle of my MBA and I've been asked to do an internship. And I said, why should I want to do an internship with some ex-company? I love Kolapasi as a brand. I know you and I want to come and learn how to build a restaurant or whatnot. That should be your pitch. So I don't have anything to say no. Oh my God. Instead of me hiring a random intern, I would hire a person who loves my brand, right? So that is how you have to be very personalized. You have to do mass personalization. If you're doing something even in mass, that has to be personalized. That is how you have to get your internship. That is how, if you want to work in a company, you have to start connecting with those people right now. And they say, hey, I think, in next 1 year, I will come to your company and I'm going to work with you guys. I'm so confident about it. So you have to have that kind of confidence that those VPs or the guys trying to hire, like, oh my God, this girl is so excited. I want to employ like that in my company. And so you have to build that. Instead of what people do is the exact opposite. They take one resume and write it right. And just, like a Facebook ad, they just push it to everyone and wait for something to happen. No, you have to write your resume for each company. I would say do a personalized resume. If you write a company, hey, this is to Kolapasi, right? This is where I can help. I'm good in strategy. I'm good in operations. I see a great a space where I can fill. Now you're expanding. to different countries. I'll help you in international operations. I can put my my time there. Oh, I'll be able to handle your franchise management. Just imagine if I get a letter like that. Right? Won't I be excited? So whatever you would do, what are you trying to do? You always be on the opposite side of the river or opposite side of the table and think, what would this guy or this girl want from an candidate? And that is what you need to do. This is very basic stuff. If you sit and think, it is so common sense, right? It is so much of common sense to do this, but we don't do that. And we complain, sit and complain, nobody's giving me internship, nobody's hiring me. Why would they hire you? Because they're not hiring because they don't think you will add value to the organization. If you can communicate effectively that you'll be able to add value to the organization, you will always have a job.
Sir, I'm Arvind, sir. I have a small doubt, sir. You told that the studying in abroad gives you more exposure. I have a small doubt whether Indian studying in foreign, the foreigner studying in India, same MBA course, after the completion, the exposure, those two persons got will be equal or different, sir.
I really don't know because I'm not a foreigner studying in India to understand that. The reason foreigners coming to India because they feel there's a great market in eastern part of the world. So probably they would come to get understanding because the future is going to be in the east, right? Future is going to be China.
Bangalore, sir?
Yeah, whatever, anywhere. I'm saying future is going to be India and China, right? Asia is going to be the future. The next 100 years is going to be Asia, right? So maybe it makes sense for them or for the Americans or the Europeans to come here and do an MBA to understand the local, the culture or the ecosystem here. So I don't know about that, which should be better. But for us, people who are here, definitely doing an MBA here versus doing an MBA outside the country, definitely there's more exposure. I don't know about the knowledge. Maybe you might learn more here. I don't know about that. But the exposure part is definitely a plus. I'm only talking about the exposure. I'm not talking about the course curriculum. Maybe Ahmedabad is better than Stanford or Harvard. I'm not studying both of those colleges, so I don't know about that. But I'm pretty sure the exposure you get in Stanford or Harvard would definitely be better than IIM Ahmedabad.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions, guys?
Hello, sir. I'm Jatin.
Hey, Jatin.
Sir, all you talked about is success right now. So what if you have failed? I mean, you started a new company, you started a new business. What would you have done if you faced a huge loss?
No, I didn't talk about success. I talked about my story.
Yes, exactly. You talked about your story
not anywhere. I've said we are successful. Have I told anywhere we're successful? No, we are not successful. I didn't say
actually you upgraded yourself.
That's
what happens is people do upgrade themselves and they fail and they don't have any plan for the loss.
So see, first we are thinking failure and success are different two options. No, both are same, right? We are still failing and we are learning. We're still failing, we are learning, right? So you're trying to separate two things. It will not happen. Both are same. So I'm not saying we are successful yet anywhere in my entire talk. I'm only sharing my story. We said we are growing, right? We are opening here, we're growing. Doesn't mean that we are successful, right? We're not successful yet. We'll take another 2-3 years for us to call ourselves successful. Yes, we have gone through huge losses. We have lost crores in the process, but that's the lesson you pay, right? Would you say your 2 lakhs of your college is a loss for you, or is it a lesson for you, or is it an experience for you? It's an experience. Similarly, we have to do this. We have to go through this loss because we have made so much of mistakes, right? So we have lost crores on the way, and by doing that and getting that exposure and that experience, we are able to grow the business right now. We are no way close to successful or whatnot. We built a successful model which can scale, but as a company, we're still not successful yet. It'll take some time.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir.
There are 160 guys, only 4 or 5 people are asking questions. Either you guys are watching Netflix or you're in Clubhouse.
Not really, sir.
Where are other people?
Is that all? Students?
So did you have any other plans if you failed this, I mean, in the past?
No, I don't know. I've never thought about that. Nope. Any more questions, guys?
So one personal question actually.
Personal question.
What's your favorite cuisine? What's your favorite cuisine?
Decent. My favorite cuisine is Thai cuisine. Thai.
Super, sir. Nice.
Thai cuisine is probably, I love that cuisine. Yeah. So to all students, so one more thing I want to tell you, it might look like an advice. Probably it's not an advice, or probably you can take it as an advice. I don't care. One thing I want to tell you guys, this is a time where it's very easy for you to get distracted, and easily you can destroy yourself. Okay. This is a very, very crucial time. Your early 20s is a very crucial time. You should, if you have to give any set of advice to the young guys, right? I want you to start thinking on yourself, right? Start thinking for yourself in the sense that be cool, but not stupid. Okay. This time you want to be cool, right? You want to be cool. And if you're not started smoking, don't start. If not started drinking, don't start. If not taking weed or something, don't start. Because just for cool stuff, if you start these habits, it will take you down the wrong lane. I've seen enough number of people who've been slaughtered because of the bad habits. If you're not developed those habits, high time, don't get into it. If you have this kind of habits, it's better to get out. Okay, it's easy for me to tell than your parents. You can. It looks so cool. See, one good thing it helped me for not. I don't smoke, drink. I've never had tea, coffee in my entire life. Okay, and it has helped me a lot. I'm 40 years old. Okay, I'm pretty active. Then most of the guys, I can outrun most of you guys. I can outplay most of you guys in most sports. Okay, I play badminton state level above 35. Okay, it's because and none of my classmates are able to compete with me in that, and because they're all gone because of the bad habits. Right? So I highly advise you to be cool, but don't be stupid. Don't get into these cool things. Oh, Saturday. See, and one more thing, Saturday, Sunday helped me a lot because now generally what you guys do, Saturday, Sunday, you're waiting for Saturday because on Friday, you're planning for what to order, what to buy, what side dish to order, which bar to go, which pub to go. What happens? It takes you 8 to 10 hours of your life. Saturday afternoon is gone because of planning. Saturday evening is gone because of planning. Sunday morning is gone because of hangover. You've lost your one day, right? When that was the time where me and my co-founders, we buckled up. We used the time to build our business. We used the time to strategize. We used the time to work hard, right? So it looks stupid for me to tell you all these things because it's such commonsensical. But unfortunately, we don't have that common. For us, we think that is so cool, taking a couple of beer bottles. Hey, I want to do this. And I understand this guy. 10, 20 years back, we called your dad who was drinking as a drunkard, right? We called, if your dad was drinking, we used to call them kudigaran vantayan so long. Okay, now today we say social drinker has come. Come on, welcome. A social drinker has come. That is what the power of media, that is what the power of corporates. They made you believe that doing alcohol is so cool that the stigma is gone, right? You don't need a Santosh to come and tell you. You should have enough common sense to understand that that is not good by any stretch of imagination, right? If you're smoking, oh my God, God cannot even save you. On the bloody packet itself, on the picture, if you see the lungs, right? And if you can't understand that, what are you going to do in life? I don't have no clue. And you say you want to become an entrepreneur, do what? You don't have that basic common sense to understand that it's bloody hurting you, right? And what are you going to do? It's such a basic commonsensical thing, and we miss that. And then 10, 20 years later, you will feel, I'll guarantee you guys, all you guys after 10, 20 years, you will feel that bloody Santosh guy told the right thing. And look at me right now, still not able to get rid of my smoking and drinking habits, right? If you really want to achieve something, okay, it's better to get off all these small things, right? If you need a high like that, right, it's better you don't get into. I'm not saying all entrepreneurs don't smoke or don't think, I'm trying to reduce your distractions so you can focus better and become great in your job, become great in any endeavor you do. These are major impediments. And you might say, sir, that's good for networking. I don't have to network. If you do your work, do you think Facebook owner had to go network. You built a great product, the world will come onto your feet. Right? So don't use this as a bloody excuse. Oh, I want to drink because I want to be closer to my manager. Come on, what are your values, right? So it might look hard for somebody who's already drinking and smoking. I'm sorry if I stepped on your toes, but I'm not sorry because I wanted to tell it to you guys. Like, I have nothing to lose. Right? Like, I'm not going to get any benefit because you're going to smoke or not smoke, right? It's just out of my pure love and affection to the next generation because if you build better people, you will build better businesses, right? And these are basic things that we need to. You don't need a Santosh or your mom and dad to come and tell you. That's what I'm saying. Start thinking on your own. Think. Why should I do that? That's one thing for the boys and girls and whatnot. Second thing for the girls, think before you want to get married. Why you want to get married, right? Marriage is an institution which is designed to pull the dreams of women. It's designed by men for men, right? Marriage is an institution designed for that, right? Most of you guys don't know why you want to get married. You're going to get married because your relatives, your cousins are getting married, your classmates are getting married. You find 5 reasons. 5 reasons why you want to get married. Nobody will have 5 reasons. I'll guarantee you that. Okay. So, I mean, I'm not saying marriage is good or bad, whatever, but think why you want to do things. Understand that you are going to live the rest of the life with your partner, whatever, right? With your partner for next 50, 60 years. Your parents are not going to live. So let it be your decision so that you can own up to the decision. If not, what you will say, my parents did love marriage, arranged marriage, so see, look at what happened to me, right? You will complain somebody. Understand that you cannot, if you're trying to please others, you cannot please yourself. You can only please one. Either you can please yourself or you can please the world. You cannot do both. So come to proper understanding why you are doing what you're doing. This is what is missing currently in our society. We have herd mentality. Everybody's doing MBA, we'll do MBA. Everybody's doing a startup, we'll do startup. Everybody's getting married, we'll get married. Everybody's going out of country, we'll go out of country. You find your own reasons to do why you want to do and what you want to do. That's the last I would say. I think we'll close it up. Any other questions you'll have, I'll answer. 3 o'clock, I'll stop. Or ma'am, you guys have anything to talk about now?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. That was an inspiring session. Not only the entrepreneurial skills, even as a human being, what and all the qualities and the skills people are supposed to have, everything you have described with a very good examples. Thank you for your inspiring session, sir. Now I request Ms. Kirti Nandita from first year MBA to deliver the vote of thanks to our guest. Kirti?
Voice is
breaking.
No, ma'am, it's muted, I think so.
No, I'm talking.
You have to unmute yourself.
Kirti.
Am I audible now?
Yes,
yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. So thank you, Santosh sir, for delighting us with your success stories. It was actually very encouraging and inspiring to us. So you have taught us on how to leverage
Kirti, your internet is breaking. Okay.
Okay.
Kirti, your internet is breaking.
Is it okay now?
Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. So first of all, thank you, sir. And you have taught us how to leverage the most out of anything on which we are taking upon. And you have taught us how to bring the fire of success which we have inside us. And also the things you said, we also wish that our parents were beside us, sitting next to and listening to the session.
Take this recording. Take this.
Yeah.
No, take this recording and send it to them. Take this recording and send it to your parents. Make them watch the last 10 minutes at least.
Yes, sir. And so we
It's
really wish
anyways
that,
live, right? It's already live going on YouTube.
It's already live on YouTube.
Take that, give it to your parents.
Yes, sir. So it was very good. And so your stories also were very good, and you really got a very great instinct on us. So well, I thank our management and our Dean, College of Engineering and Technology, BP Academics, HODs, and our event coordinator for their advices and support in organizing and coordinating this Udbhavah Setuh, the Bridge Course 2021 for this week, for us to keep encouraging and inspiring. I also thank the students for attending the session. And we all hope we all take a very good example of Santosh's journeys and his strategies and his ideas, and also incorporate them in our work. I also thank the Almighty for being a great part of our success stories, and also to my fellow future leaders. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Kirti. Sir, 1 second, we will take a photograph. I request all the students, those who are presentable, can switch on the video, please, for taking a photograph. Thank you all. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your wonderful speech and wonderful inspiration.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, I'll make my move. Thank you, ma'am. Anything else?
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
That's it, right?
Let me sending you the report as well as the picture.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you.
Very much, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank
See you
you.
guys. Lovely talking to you all. Okay. Have fun. Enjoy. And if I had said something which is sensitive, I'm not going to apologize. I meant it. I wanted to be sensitive. And if you're getting hurt, I don't care about it. Okay. Take care. Bye bye. See you. Love you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
See
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. My pleasure. See
Thank you,
guys.
sir.
Bye bye. Bye bye. See you.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay. Students, we are moving on to the next session, awaiting session, right, done by our own peer group students, your second years, your own seniors. They are waiting for meeting you guys now. Over to the team. Manikandan and Likita's team, please switch on your video. You can take up this charge.
Hi guys, I hope you're all having a great day.
Hello.
Can you switch on your video so I can see your face and talk?
You should switch off.
I'm waiting for people to actually switch on videos so that I can say hi and talk. Okay, I think thank you for switching on the videos. So I hope you're all having a great day. Welcome to SRM, and I hope all these days you guys are having fun with the sessions and interaction and stuff. So today's session is just going to be like a group discussion. You guys know how a group discussion works, right? So we're going to show you particular cases which is related to business management. And these cases is just like a boost up for you guys, like in future, if you're going to take part in a company or work in a company, how you're going to pass these hurdles. And, like if a situation comes up, for example, you're a manager, the situation comes up for you guys, how you're going to handle it. So I hope you guys interact with each other and give your opinions out. Because if you give your opinion out, one person might agree with your opinion and the other person might not agree with your opinion. So you have to actually interact in this session. So I hope you guys interact with each other as well. Ramu can screen share the first case. Is the case visible, guys? You?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so the first case is about Baskin Robbins Ice Cream Company. So you guys know how Baskin Robbins is. It's like a company based from California, USA, right? And it has like plus 5,000 outlets all over the world. So this case is about like when Baskin Robbins have started their outlet in India. So you guys can take 5 minutes to read this case, and later we can have a discussion on it with the last 2 questions only. If you guys have any doubts or anything, you can ask us. Please take 5 minutes to read the case. Can we discuss about the case, guys? Or do you need more time to read? Yes, okay. Someone said yes. Okay, so after reading this case, what's your opinion on the case?
The
Like,
company
you can just give
failed.
your opinions.
The company failed because it does not understand the geographical location, price, and taste of the Indian consumers.
Can you be a little louder?
Yes, the company failed because it does not understand the geographical location, taste, and the price of which the Indian consumers could afford to. Because India is not a developed country to pay; it is a developing country, so it depends on the income of the consumers. So the price must be kept as low. At the same time, ice cream is not consumed in India throughout the year. Mostly, it is consumed only in the summer time. So the company failed to cope up with the climate, price level, and the taste of the consumers in India.
Okay. Actually, that's a really good point. Does anyone have any opinion against this point or with the point? Or
Yeah,
does
I
everyone
have.
agree with this point?
I have opinion. Not an
Yeah,
opinion.
tell
I
me.
have my point. That
Okay.
India actually kickstarted its economy after 1991 reforms. That is called LPG reforms. So, as it is said in the question itself, the case itself, it is showing that they opened the Baskin Robbins in 1993. So the
Yeah.
economic growth was, the effect of this LPG reform was very less in 1993. it gradually increased up to 2005 to 2010. So whatever they have done in 1993, that thinking to open the Baskin Robbins in the post area only is a good decision by the company. But they underestimated the steps that has been taken by the government. So that
One second. Can others mute? Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, so underestimating the steps that is taken by the government.
Abhishek, I think you muted yourself.
No, the host muted me. So underestimating the steps that is taken by the government was the big mistake by this firm.
Okay. Okay, actually, it's a really valid point. Thank you for your point. And anyone else has any points, or is anyone against Abhishek or with Abhishek?
Salman here. Am I audible?
Yeah. Hi, Salman.
Yeah, hi. And the questions have it says Baskin Robbins was able to make profit only after the 11th year. And the common mistakes made by the ice cream market and the psyche of the Indian consumer. What I feel is, it's like I find a major drawback. It's like they failed to build a relationship between the Indian customer and themselves. Because as far as we know, when we tell ice cream, like when we say the name ice cream, we only think of Arun ice cream or either the quality walls. And those two made, and Indian market, it's like they create a sense of belongingness. Right? Even in the advertisements we see and all, it's they have displayed. It's like a family oriented. Even right from the kids till the elder people all come together and eat and such stuffs. Whereas they fail to Baskin Robbins, they have failed to acknowledge the customers in the Indian market. So I think it would have taken time for them to analyze and grow in the market gradually and make profits in the later years. So that's what I feel about it. Yeah.
Okay, that's actually a very valid point. Thank you. Okay, and what about the second question? Can you move a little now? Chenas, can you make the screen a little now? Make it little now. Yeah. Okay, so the second question is basically they're asking, so basically they've mentioned the question itself that Baskin Robbins achieved a turnaround in its business by following an aggressive distribution strategy. It achieved no higher sales using, the aggressive strategy. So what do you think are the various measures taken by the company? What could Baskin Robbins do in the future to help sustain its profit level? So what, marketing strategies you guys can suggest for, Baskin Robbins to have the same profit level? As they say in the question itself that in the 11th year only they achieved a profit. So and they after following the aggressive distribution strategy only, they actually got some higher sales. So what are the other marketing strategies you guys can think will work for Baskin Robbins?
Yeah, Salman here again. And I probably think new strategies like bringing in new flavors to Indian customers, because commonly we Indian people go for either strawberry, chocolate, or vanilla or something like that. Whereas like Baskin Robbins, they bring other flavors like blackcurrant, blueberry, etc. They become like a trend-setting flavor or something like that, which is unique to Indian customers. And also like in India, people use there are two kinds of people use Android phones and some people use iOS phones as well. So if Apple can have a market, why not Baskin Robbins? So even I think they were planning to stand out on themselves by introducing new flavors and all.
Okay.
Salman,
okay,
they have to build their own reputation in the Indian markets.
Can you okay guys, if you want to answer, can you just unmute yourself, say hi, my name is Peetam or whatever, and then can you answer?
Hi, I'm Arvind.
That's how you can interact with each other.
Hi, I am Arvind.
Hi, Arvind.
To maintain that, they have to retain the market which suits to the Indian situations, either by creating flavors or by reducing the price, introducing new technologies, and also you have to attract the customers through the advertisements and marketing. You have to place it such a way that the child and parents are getting attracted to the product and getting the product purchased. So that will retain the profitability level of the company. Its advertisement should be clear mainly, and price should be to the consumer level. So that even the low level, below economy level, people can also buy and consume it.
Okay, that's actually a good point. Okay, so we discussed till now about, the advertising strategy, like how Arvind said, and like a before person, Solman or Salman, I'm sorry, I forgot the name. That person also has suggested that, like they have to bring out different flavors and stuff. What about the price? Don't you guys think price can make a big difference in it?
Hello, Senior.
Because,
So this is Arvind.
yeah, hi Arvind.
So according to their launch in the year of 1993, I think that time Amul is a brand which is getting popular in India, I think so, in the year of 1993. And according to Amul, I think that comparatively the cost is much more lesser than Baskin Robbins, which is the main point. They have to be analyzed, the costing part. Because that time, as Jatin said, I think so, the economical level of Indian people is a little lesser, I think so. And after around 10 to 11 years, it's been started increasing. So I think as the status of Baskin Robbins says that in the year after 11 years it gets higher profit. I think we are also used to get familiar of the name Baskin Robbins. Got familiar in the year, I think so, in the year of 2011 or 2014. That
Yes,
time.
yes, exactly.
So
Yeah.
the main reason is the cost. Cost according to the flavor taste also. So according to Indian peoples, they should have mainly compared the, I think the people's taste of ice cream, no. So they should get familiar of that one instead of introducing new flavors, new taste. The first thing is when it comes to the market, childrens are mainly familiar with the taste like chocolate, vanilla, this, that's, and all, which are most familiar and which are easily attracts children to buy that ice creams and all. So the thing is, first they have to analyze the taste of the people who are consuming the thing, and another mainly is the cost. First of all, they are thinking that we are a multinational company, so that we can set up a costing price like 100 to 150, and at the time of 1993, it's not possible, I think so. So that time the economic level is little lesser. So I think they should be starting in a lesser price and giving different taste of ice creams, and they can gradually improve their costing. It will be better. It will be better sustainable for them in Indian markets, I think so.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, myself.
Arvind.
Hello. Hi, can you hear me? Hi, myself, Preetham here.
Yes, Preetham.
And when it comes to Baskin Robbins, as I think Salman was mentioning regarding the flavors, and even Arvind was mentioning, when it comes to Baskin Robbins, in the logo itself, it defines that Baskin Robbins' main motto was to provide 31 flavors of ice cream. So I guess they were diversified in flavors. But again, when it comes to Baskin Robbins, they were only targeting the higher class families. So that was the main reason for the ice creams to be priced at a higher price. So I think that is where they were not able to make profits. So this was one of the most main reasons, I guess, Baskin Robbins was not making profits. And I think they have diversified the strategies now to reduce the prices and adopt other marketing strategies, where that is why they were able to make profits after 11 years.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have a point.
Yeah. Can you tell your name? Can you tell your name and tell your point?
This is Vaishali.
Hi, Vaishali.
Yes, ma'am. So, as
No need to
everybody,
call me ma'am. Call me Likita.
yeah, as everybody was discussing, they were initially targeting only the upper class audience. They later they diversified their range, and they should also understand Indian mentality. When it comes to Indian market, discounts and offers play a major role. So they should also include that to cover up and capture a wider set of audience. They should also be incorporating these aspects to
Okay.
increase the profit.
That's actually a really good point. Thank you, Vaishali. Okay, thanks for your input, guys, for in this case. Let's move on to the next case. Next case, my colleague Shana is going to explain, and then we'll give you 5 minutes to again go through the case, and then you guys can give your input.
Hi guys, am I audible? So, okay. So the second case, it deals with Swiggy and how they overcame or how they dealt with the COVID hurdles. So you can take your time, you can read it, and then we can talk about what you think. So guys, did you read? Is that enough time? Do you need more time? I'm actually not talking. If you're ready, you can share your views.
Do you guys need more time to read, or can we discuss about the case? Guys, can we get into the case? Can you guys give your opinions on what you have read till now?
So this is Arvind.
Yes, Arvind, tell me.
So actually, the case of delivering the food stuff from consumer towards the towards consumer is there is a two comparison. One is the restaurants and another is a consumer. And the persons who are delivering the goods are called as delivering the foods are called as a middleman. So in this case of COVID, I think the restaurants have been closed or shut after a period. So that it is the main reason the delivery companies like Swiggy, Zomato have been having a great damage in their market, and moreover, mostly the marketing which have been done by the Swiggy have been reduced. So the advertising of Swiggy in Instagrams or many other stuff, so it has been reduced due to COVID-19. So it is also a major part in their, I think what it is. Okay, it is also a major part in their reducing market, and moreover, people have been feared of COVID-19 disease, and so it's been very it's been very it's very difficult to order or deliver a product.
Arvind, 1 second. I think someone's been unmuted.
Yeah.
Yes, Arvind, continue.
Okay, it's very difficult to order, and it's very danger that if the Swiggy person is coming and delivering the product, and the impact of COVID will be spreading towards people. So these are all the causes which made the delivering companies like Swiggy, Zomato having a greater loss in their market. I think this is the main reason behind that.
Okay, thank you, Arvind. Is anyone with Arvind's points, or does anyone have any other opinion?
Hi, this is Abhishek. Can you hear me?
Like, what do you? Yeah. Hi, Abhishek.
Yeah, I wanna put my point.
Yeah, yeah.
I myself order from Swiggy mostly rather than
Okay.
Zomato. The reason that I order from Swiggy that I want to tell that is it has more coupon, like the first order coupon, and also a coupon that they introduce, that is try new coupon. So whenever I decide to try a new restaurant, they are giving me 50% off up to 100 or 150 rupees. So that is a very good offer they are putting by the Swiggy. But when I compare the customer service of Swiggy and Zomato, the Zomato is way better than Swiggy, and they have more, and they can do the customer service better than Swiggy. But I take that deficit and still order from Swiggy. And at the same time, I have also seen so much of disadvantages from Swiggy's customer service. Like the delivery representative addressed two delivery at the same time, so my delivery get delayed. It never happens with Zomato. And at the same time, one time what happened is my server went down. The restaurant server went down. So when I ordered, if the server is not working, the money they are not getting credited. So the customer service is very lacking in Swiggy, and they have that so that they can regain the momentum in the competitive online food, as said in the first question. And in the second question, can Swiggy is a grocery delivery? Yeah, they can do that because they have a better offers than any other food delivering companies. Thank you.
Thank you for your point, Abhishek. And evaluate Swiggy's response to the COVID-19 crisis. What's your opinions on that? Or no, like what are the challenges faced by Swiggy mostly? What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, actually, Salman here.
Hi, Salman. Yes, tell
Yeah,
me.
yeah. Actually, since COVID cases are rising and all these things, lockdown and all happen, so we each individual, we don't want any other third person to give us some food, right? Like we can't tell, right? If they have a virus or not, we can't predict or we can't tell. So we ourselves go to like any food shop and get food for ourselves. So to overcome this, I think Swiggy had created an awareness, like the gaining our customers' trust by saying like if you open the app itself, it says the delivery guys are fully vaccinated and the temperature are kept in check and all those stuff. So by knowing this, they have spread an awareness stating that they are safe. So I think that's how they overcame this situation.
That's actually a really good point. Thank you for your point. And
Yeah,
how do you compare, like Swiggy or Zomato and all? Like Swiggy and Zomato are like the only like online food apps that we like, a lot of people use and consume a lot. So if you have given, if I give you a choice whether Swiggy or Zomato, what would you guys choose? Like Swiggy or Zomato? And why Swiggy or why Zomato?
So, ma'am, this is Vikesh.
It depends
I will
on the
prefer
coupon.
Zomato.
One by one. Is
Okay.
someone have wanted to speak first? Vignesh? Is it someone wanted to speak first? Yeah. Okay, Arvind, you can talk.
Yeah, it's not just because of the brand. I think it's because of the discounts and coupons both the companies are giving. So I just select because depending upon the coupons they are giving. So according to me.
Ma'am, I am Arvind.
Okay, so that's the reason why.
Yeah, I
That's
think
the reason why
Zomato is
you
also.
choose Swiggy.
No, that's the reason I choose Swiggy right now. But in before 1 year, I think Zomato is also increasing its marketing related to Swiggy. It's quite commonly increasing both. So I think Swiggy and Zomato are equal right now. I think so.
Okay. Does anyone else have any other points? Like, why do you guys prefer
Yes,
to?
Salman here again. And
Yes,
I
Salman.
might be wrong, but I'm not sure. I'm just sharing my point. It's like even the locality plays a vital role, I think, because at some places, for example, I live at Arumbakkam. So in my side, if I order from Swiggy, I get fast responses, fast deliveries, and something like that. Almost every time, almost most of the time. Whereas if I order from Zomato, they aren't as fast as Swiggy. I feel. So similarly, vice versa will happen some other location also. So say for like in Perambur or something, they would have felt comfortable with Zomato than Swiggy because they have more people over there or something like that. I feel. So it's individual preferences, and also it depends upon the locality also, I think.
You're not wrong. You're kind of correct. They actually look into the. We have to actually look into the locality as well. So it's a
Yeah.
good point. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Okay. Anyone else has any other points?
Jatin here.
Hi, Jatin.
Okay, what I'll say is people would choose Swiggy over Zomato just because there were two huge controversies in the middle of the pandemic. The one was a delivery guy bet a woman, and the other one was a delivery guy ate half of the meals from the package.
Yeah.
These
That
2 points
was it.
came in. So people would choose Swiggy over Zomato, even though the cases were not true. People would still be careful, thinking that it might be true.
Okay. Thank you
This
for
is
your
Arvind.
point.
This is
Ashley's
Arvind.
other point.
This is Arvind.
Yes.
In
Yeah.
this
Hi, Arvind.
in this case, the Swiggy survived the COVID because it also reduced the
Can you
commission that
can
is
you be
paid.
a little louder? Can you be a little louder?
Okay, the Swiggy
Can you be a
survived
little
the
louder?
COVID wave because it has reduced the commission that are paying for the delivery boys. It is also a fact. They have reduced the price during the COVID times. So by paying less, because of there is less orders and their payment is also less. At the same time, while it is increasing, the payment is also less to the people, but the commission is the person who is delivering the food. But now the orders has been increased. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Arvind, for your point. Okay, can we Ashley, thanks for your, I'm really glad that you guys are giving me a lot of inputs about it. And can we go to the next case if you guys are okay with it? And does anyone else have any other point to add on? Or we can go to the next case. Okay, guys, this is the next case. It's about Walmart and how Walmart has a Carrefour is another company and Walmart is another company. Okay, so how Walmart and Carrefour, how these two companies have competition between them. So you guys can just read the case for 5 minutes and then we can discuss about it. If you guys have any doubts or anything, you can put in the chat box, or you can just call me by my name Likita and you can tell me your doubts or anything. Okay, guys, do you need more time to read the case, or can we like go on with the case? If you guys have any doubts or anything, you can put in the chat box.
Chilli video on salary.
Ma'am, guys, can we discuss about the case, or do you need more time? I'm sorry if the case is a little complex, but it's a really valid case. We can actually have a lot of discussion in it.
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but can you explain the case?
Okay, so basically, do you guys know what's Walmart?
Yes, ma'am.
Walmart is basically an American multinational retail corporation company, right? So Walmart's biggest global competitor is another French retail company, okay, Carrefour, a firm that has hypermarkets, big stores offering a variety of goods. It's just like Walmart, okay? So basically, the question, the issue here is, like Walmart decided to come in India, like start a new outlet and everything. But they decided that even Carrefour thought following, Walmart strategy, even they thought, when we can just follow Walmart strategy and come again like a same outlet like that. But they stopped their strategy because Walmart's actually a bigger competition for Carrefour. So what do you guys suggest? Should Carefree, like Carrefour come up with the outlet in India, or should they follow Walmart strategy or come up with new strategies? That's the basic issue for the case. And how could Carefree differentiate itself from Walmart? Like what are, like, why would people choose, like instead of choosing Walmart, why would they choose Carrefour? What's the, like difference between them? That's about the case. It's just basic information giving the case. You guys can just read the issues down, the 3 questions, and you can just give your opinions on them. You guys have more doubts in this case, or we can go to the next case if you guys want. If this case is very complex for you guys, we have another case. If you guys have any opinions, you guys can give it, and we can go to the next case as well. We'll go to the next case, guys, if you want. I just got in a chat, pause, that case is a bit complex. Do you guys want to go to the next case? We'll go to the next case, Shana. Next case. Okay, guys, this is a very simple case. It's not, this is the last case, guys. And please, you guys can give your opinions in this case. It's a final case. It's just, this case is about just basic, it's like a HR case, guys. So as you can see in the issue, outline how much would you show input, like that planning and policy making are important to the company if it has to go effectively. So basically this company is Abhijit Publishing Company. Mr. Abhijit was the founder of a publishing company specializing in management books within a short span of time. So in this case, basically it's a HR case where this case basically tells us, how you can come up with different, policies and stuff. Like if you're, for example, a startup company always focuses on, like 2 ways. The startup companies focus on 2 things. First is either they focus on only money. The second thing is that how this policies and all. If the company has good policies and stuff, then only they can earn good money. Some people have a logic like that, but some people have a logic that we need only money. The main focus is money. So what is your opinion in that? Is money is important, or the policies of a company is important? How the company is going about the rules and regulations of a company? This is the case about that.
Ma'am, when the company size is small,
Yes.
ma'am, this is Kirti. So when the company size is small, the outline would be small. So managing a company at that time would be easier, but when it is growing like in a fast pace, then even the policies should be aligning so that they can properly think and act towards that, so that they can reach the goal.
Okay. Thank you for your opinion, Kirti. That's actually a good point. That's kind of the answer. Does anyone does anyone have any other opinion, or is anyone with Kirti or against Kirti or anything like that?
Hi, I'm Arvind.
I am.
The company should make important of planning and policy making, because even though the company is very small, if you maintain the quality of the company, that will retain its reputation. If you want to make it big, you have to take into consideration all the factors and you have to improve. Just by expanding something and problems in the management will give a fault to the company.
Okay. So you're telling that if the management is good, the company thing is good, like the policies and all will be good. Are you suggesting like that?
Yes, they have. Even if they are not able to make the expansion properly, at least they have to maintain their reputation in the market. Because I have heard that in one Madurai, there was a hotel. It was of a low. I mean, it is famous for idli. They make only limited.
So you're focusing on reputation of the company.
They make only limited idlis a day. Even though the customers come and fight for it, they tell that no, it's our it's to maintain our quality of products and these things in the market. So they used to make only the limited amount that they are fixed for the particular day.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. Able to hear me?
Yes, Ifa, you can talk. Hi, Ifa.
So hi. Actually, as my fellow friend said, they should actually see to that they align to the policy, and also they should see that that they recruit the correct staff, so that proper number of staff, so that there won't be any confusion and they don't overstaff.
Okay, so you're talking about the members of the company, like how many numbers, like members should be there, the staff and all.
Yeah, because in this case, they have said that uncertainty and confusion grew in the company as they started expanding their business. So they should they can expand, but they should see to that they manage the company with proper staffing and also financing as they expand more. So that
that's actually a good point. Thank you, Ifa. Is everyone okay with Ifa's point, or do you guys have any other opinion? Does the do they have to look into some other strategy or something like that? Okay, guys, are you sure? Like you have any other points? If you don't have any other points, it's almost done. Okay, guys, thank you for your interaction and stuff. Thank you, Arvind. Thank you, Solomon. Thank you, Ifa and Last. You guys actually interacted. Thank you so much, and I hope you like this session.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Good. That was a wonderful support, wonderful contribution from the student side. And we expect more interaction, more involvement and support from your students side from first year MBA, because we have some more plans for the next upcoming days. Till the 5th day, we are planning to have peer learning session, both management games, business quiz, logo meanings, etc., etc. People are planning for you guys. So please be prepared accordingly. You have to participate and contribute, so that only we'll come to know what kind of expectations, what kind of projections you people will adhere, right? So by this, we are winding up the session. Before we are winding up the session, Manikandan will share you the feedback link for the day 1 bridge course. Okay, you people have to fill it up, the feedback form. Google form will be circulated now. It will be posted in chat box, so people can fill it up the form and then you can leave. Thank you. By tomorrow again, we are meeting up again at 9 o'clock in the morning. I have shared you the tomorrow schedule in the group now, so you can follow up the schedule, and please be on time to all the sessions.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Regarding your enrollment and other call details, Madam Jayaprabha and as well as Mohan Sundari Madam will tell you. We will update you further in the group, WhatsApp group.